Hey, it's your girl Mide Janelle, and this is my welcome to the neighborhood episode. We're in my area, Dagenham. I really think it's important to talk about where you're from, even if there's things about your area you're not proud of. It's a part of who I am. It's a part of my identity, part of my makeup, why I am the way I am. I was really just figuring out my sound, figuring out who I was as a person, as a musician, and really just what I wanted to represent in the UK scene. I really let fear and self-doubt hold me back, but once I just got over that, I was like, it's go time, man. Yeah, that's a legacy I want to leave behind. A real legacy that encourages women and people that you can do what you want to do.
In the crib or the car, wherever we are, give it to me, baby.
Being a black girl growing up in like Essex, but it's like London, was hard and rough. Like early 2000s, mid 2000s was a tough time. Just growing up where I was growing up, it was quite rough, and people like to downplay Dagenham, like, oh, Dagenham's not this, Dagenham's in the sticks, Dagenham's that. But a lot of people forget that a lot of people that even migrated here were from London, like families moving from like East London, South London, because to buy houses was cheaper here. So you've got a bunch of London kids growing up in an Essex area, and we had to stand our own because it was racist. It was racist as hell. So I learned very quickly that like I just kind of had to be tough. So I got myself in some situations. Even this park that we're in, I had a mad royal rumble here, me and like 8 chicks, like me and just one other girl. So it's like just even is painting a window of just what it was like to grow up as like a black girl during that time. It's like you didn't have to be in certain things, but if you didn't want to be stepped on, basically you had to kind of just like stand your ground and show people that like I'm not gonna be a victim. So even though like I got my ass beat that day, I stood my ground in it. And even those girls, I wish them all the best now. Like we're grown now, but it's just like growing up, it was like stand up or get rolled over, basically. So it was actually a really tough time, and that's why I really think it's important to talk about where you're from, even if there's things about your area you're not proud of. Do you know what I mean? I just think rep where you're from, because it's where you're from. You can't run away from where you're from. So all of this like not wanting to own where you're from has never made sense to me, because it's a part of who I am. It's a part of my identity, part of my makeup, why I am the way I am. So yeah, man, big up Dagenham. There's a lot of amazing people here. Even just like where I particularly live, which is like the east side of Dagenham, like there's a big community. Like I'm really tight with like the business owners, and I just make it a thing to just like build relationships in my area. So even like God willing, when I leave and I make it out, you know, I've built solid relationships in my hometown that I can like just nourish and just help people and support those that just showed me love. My musical journey so far hasn't been an easy one. So I dropped my first song in 2018, a song called Bedside, but I didn't really know what my sound was gonna be. I just knew I loved R&B and I wanted to make R&B music. So I made my first song. Then after 2018, I had like a long break, like a 4-year break. Went back into this. I'd been in the studio between 2018 and 2023, but I didn't release no music. So 2023, I released 2 songs, Tattoo and Perfume, which I'm really proud of. Go check them out. They're basically like R&B songs, but with kind of like a dancehall fusion, Afro fusion. So really for 4 years, from 2018 to 2023, well, 4.5 years, I was really just figuring out my sound, figuring out who I was as a person, as a musician, and really just what I wanted to represent in the UK scene. So that's been my journey so far. A lot of like starting and stopping, a lot of self-doubt, a lot of anxiety, just not feeling good enough. But once I got over that and I realized that God's given me a gift that I need to use, it's just been go time from then. So 2018 to 2023, figuring it out. So now I'm just planning for like a project that I'm gonna drop by the grace of God by the end of this year. And what influenced me to make music was listening to music. Like some of my favorite artists are like Beyonce, Destiny's Child, Chris Brown, Usher, Joe, Keith Sweat, Mary J. Blige. And just listening to all of these people as I was growing up, I knew I appreciated music more so than the normal person. I knew I appreciated music more than the average person, because I would like try and like mimic their riffs, mimic the way they've sung certain songs. So yeah, I would say what influenced me to do music was listening to other artists and really appreciating them. And then even films like Cheetah Girls. So like films like Cheetah Girls, You Got Served, Step Up, just all the Honey. Oh, Honey was a bad boy film, but yeah, just films like that just kind of like, you know, just really made me appreciate dance and music and just art. I was just like, I know I can do that. So when I was like 5, 6, 7, me and my cousin, we used to just write songs. We didn't even know what we were writing, what we were talking about, but we just used to sit there writing songs. So just there was like a seed in me that just knew I appreciated music on like a deep spiritual level. So yeah, I would say just like being around music, loving music really influenced me to want to make music.
Don't even trust ya, but you think you can trust me. Don't be fooled by my smile on my body. Just follow the seeds on my body. Just follow the seeds.
In 2019, so after I dropped my first song, Bedside, I won a open mic night at Colours Factory in Hackney, well in like Shoreditch, Hoxton actually, and then I won a slot at their next show, and I performed, and that was really amazing because I'd only released one song at that point. Didn't even really believe in myself like that, but so many of my friends came up to see me and they had to buy tickets as well, so they made me a little bit of money, made the people hosting the show a bit of money. So it was just nice to see like my people show up for me. One of my friends, like old school friends, came with like flowers, and it was just so amazing. And it just kind of gave me like more confidence that performing your own music, like there's just nothing like it. And just seeing like your family and friends there that like actually fuck with your music. Wait, can I swear? Yeah, so actually fuck with your music, like singing it back to you, it gave me like a taste of what is to come, like when I start building my own fan base. A lot of the time I make my music, like I might write, like I'll be in the studio, we'll make a beat, then I'll go home, write to it, come back to studio, or I might do like some parts in the studio, work on another song, do some other parts. But recently actually, because there's just been a lot on my mind, I just made a song for the first time, like on the spot, like a whole song. And that was a really triumphant moment for me, because where I can get in my head a lot, and I'm sure like a lot of artists can relate, like finishing music sometimes can be the most difficult part, because it's like you want to make it better, or you're just always trying to find ways to just perfect it. And sometimes you can spend so much time perfecting something, you don't finish it. So finishing a song in that moment just showed I've reached a level in my, like in honing my craft, where making music is easier and quicker for me. And that was something I prayed for, something I really wanted.
Ride you like a Yamaha in the back of the car. You know I got stamina. You know I got stamina. Give it to me till I can't breathe.
Some of my biggest musical influences, definitely like Beyonce, for her like just stage presence and just being an all-round powerhouse and just boss. So she definitely shows that you can be more than an artist. You can be an actress, you can be a businesswoman, and you can just do anything that you want to do. Mary J. Blige has influenced me in terms of being like a lover girl, but with a bit of roughness about you. Like, I'm gonna make you these sandwiches, but don't take the piss out of me. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't fuck around, basically. So she really helped me just be myself, because sometimes I feel like with women, especially being a black woman, like people can deem you as aggressive or just not feminine. But who told you I can't have a bit of masculinity but still be feminine? Do you know what I mean? So especially being a black girl from London as well, I feel like we've got a bit of an edge to us, but we're still ladies. Do you know what I mean? We're still ladies. So demure. So yeah, Mary J. Blige has influenced me heavily on just owning who I am while still being vulnerable, because she's the queen of vulnerability. Rihanna, just in terms of being a bad girl with the fashion, the different musical, like Rihanna's very versatile. So she showed me as an artist, as a female, Rihanna can do rock, she can do R&B, she can do pop, the dancehall thing, her roots. So it encouraged me to just not be scared to be versatile. I just think if you're a fashion girly, Rihanna was your number one it girl in just embracing your fashion. And I got my stylist homegirl with me who customized this top for me. She customized clothes, Bella Taffa. just showing the people that really like support you and like help you even establish your brand is really important to me. So that's why I got my homegirl with me as well, and shout her for customization. Okay, working with Bella, like, it's been so fun because we've just like been putting together fashions and ideas on just how I want to present myself. I'm doing it so that the next girl can know that I can do it as well. So I want my legacy in music to just be the girl from that you even could have grown up in. She was even in your class, like she, you know, you could have worked with me because I also work. Do you know what I mean? It's like anyone that comes across a girl like me, seeing me become what I'm gonna become by the grace of God, I want them to know you can do it too. It's not about me being better than you or anyone being better than you. Even the people you look up to, they're not better than you, they just got up and did it. So I want everyone to know that like you can do it as well. That's really what I'm here for, because the times where I felt like I couldn't do this, I never even saw things like this happening for me. Do you know what I mean? But it took me getting to a certain place of self-belief where I just go after opportunities and things that I want. So I'm not letting my challenges define me. I'm a warrior, and I want everyone else to know that anyone that's going through anything like mental health issues, because I've even had my own spout of like anxiety and stuff like that, and just not really believing in myself. There was times I couldn't even go to the studio because I didn't even think I was good enough. Now I'm putting out whole songs. Like it's a big deal. Like when you really just believe in yourself, you can do anything. So that's what I want my legacy to be. Another big thing for me to mention as well is the youth. So right now I'm working in like a school. That's a big passion of mine. I have dreams of like having some kind of program that like provides like motivational mentoring. That's like an outside of music kind of thing I really want to do, and a legacy I want to leave behind where the youth are empowered, especially creatively, because I believe that like so many youth have so many talents outside of even music. It could be customizing, it could be designing, it could be art, speaking, writing. Yeah, that's what I want to leave behind, a legacy that encourages women and people that you can do what you want to do, and also the youth that there's so many other opportunities out there that are appealing outside of like what you think is being offered to you. So yeah, that's a legacy I want to leave behind, a real like just powerful legacy that's even bigger than me.